Hey, 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 hey. How
Hello,
y'all doing tonight?
hello.
Hello, everyone.
I agree with this. I agree with this profoundly, actually. I think this is important. I think this is something that's not spoken to enough. When the party last left off, they had just finished up some conversations in the city of Foyo. At the moment, Tefford seems to be actually starting to get a fair bit of a handle on at least some basics of communication and is trying to stay behind and help ensure that there will be proper communications when the party gets back. But for now, the four of you are prepared to set out as you need. And unless your personal views have changed, I believe you have everything required for it after having taken a wonderful rest, well supplied in the city of devotees.
Going out without our tracker seems a bit foolish.
It's not terribly far, is it?
Not exactly, but
Is anyone here any good at that? I can sort of judge the stars, but it's not a perfect science. It's not when I'm doing it.
well, I'm glad to hear that we are doing so well in every party.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, I'm not excellent at it, but I've got astromancy. It's something.
Well, in that case, I will trust you to lead the way. They said the skeletons were to the east, correct?
To the
Sounds
east and
familiar.
northeast.
Well,
Alright, so I
We've-
do want to clarify. I didn't want to say anything about it because you told us to forget what we saw. In
Yes.
session, you said it was northwest. So I thought either you meant northeast and it was what you didn't want us to see, or it was northwest
If I
actually,
did,
and that wasn't related.
Then that was a mistake.
Okay, so it is northeast.
Yes, it
Got
is
it.
northeast. You know, me, classic map guy, 4,000 hours looking at maps semi-professionally. Certainly I know my east from west, surely.
It's fine. I just wanted to clarify because you did say northwest last
Let's see,
session.
never eat soggy wobbaloos. Yeah, it's east.
Hmm.
I just say upright.
Yeah, it's upright.
Real.
Also known as straight up, because that's upright.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Anyways,
Anyways,
well, if we're convinced that we have enough manpower for this, then let's set out.
I just kind of look at friend. I think we've got plenty of power. Off into the water, I suppose.
and so the party dives back through the, albeit short, amount of water caves, leading up back into the surface as they go on a short adventure to figure out just how much Tefford really adds to their party.
Mhm.
Oh, a tremendous amount, but what is a girl to do?
To catch
Yeah.
the party back up, what had been informed to the party as far as what they know about it is that it stands as one of the only places that has a bit of foliage on top of a mountain in the midst of a almost desertified area that they know of two entrances, one which is more of a front door, and one which they found by swimming through some of the water nearby and going up underneath. They know that it is to the northeast, and they know that... actually, I think that's it. I think that's all that's been communicated. But...
So this town is called Foilio.
Fuelio.
I will not say it right. But, thank you. Very well. We are going to go to the northeast.
And it is time for people to take bastion actions.
Yep.
Whether a threat has been rolled.
Hold on, let me get back to gamer info. I can never remember this shit.
So it goes.
Gamer
perhaps.
info, huh?
You know what? I will create a compendium and share it with us, with everyone, so that we
Oh.
can just go into that and look
There
through
we
in
are.
a small itemized list.
Okay.
I will do that at some point.
Chad, if you would be willing to subtract 60 rations after bringing us up
Ah.
to 120.
60.
He does not need to do such a thing.
Right, we ate while we
Oh,
were in
yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so in that case, we
You
don't
are
need to
an
I had
bring-
already subtracted 70.
Hmm.
Why am I bringing us up to it? I thought we left a lot of our food in the city.
I was saying, if we bring some more with us, just in case the trip to the necropolis goes horribly wrong and we need to spend more time outside.
Should we bring enough for an additional bastion turn?
Yeah, so just bring us up to 120, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. It is done.
Thank you. Okay, that's done. Exploration roll, I will do that. D8 plus 5. Alright, then travel actions. Ara.
That's a
Yes,
very good exploration roll.
Yeah. I don't need to track, right? I can just guard.
You do not need to track, that is correct.
Okay, yeah, I will just take guard so I can help whoever else is guarding.
Okay. Golden.
Since we don't have our navigator, I'm going to double up on the guarding.
Chad.
I am considering. Probably. I don't know. Whatever. I'll default to study.
Okay. I will take the track action and use my int. Just to be 100% as, because the, yeah. So it'd be 20 plus 5. Nice, that gets us to the, nice. Then we already rolled threat thanks to golden rolling before the session. Learning progress. So actually, mine would have been a 15, not a 16. I forgot that I don't have 20 int yet.
It's 3d6 minus whatever your modifier is. Well, plus, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Plus your modifier.
Pisses me off. 9.
So I go up to 14 because I have a mentor. Yippee. All right,
What is
I
the-
believe that is our bastion turn. We are on the 11th.
What is the
Ah.
movement cost for going through a banyan grove?
That would be 2.
All right,
That
so
goes
up
there?
to the northeastern.
Yeah, northeast. Sorry, I keep coughing.
I will handle the movement.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's the 11th. We're on the 12th.
Okay, hold it.
Okay.
Hold it.
As
Yes.
you are traveling in this general area, somewhere between the two, you find yourself coming up to an area that has a bit of a strange artifact upon it.
Damn.
That was really fast.
As the party has gotten a very good sense of exploring the nearby area for the next few days, they end up coming upon this small clearing where there is this almost completely destroyed statue upon the left side. Some parts of it are still able to be made out. The base of a staff, feet, some flowing robes underneath, but any other sense of progress from it is currently left by the wayside.
Is there any intact text?
Go ahead and roll me a investigation.
Oh my.
You end up going through and you end up pressing around some of it, and you find that there's one area where it's rather well preserved in one of the cracks. There's a bit that manages to still not be worn away by the sands of time. It is written in both a form of Draconic on one side, which you're able to pick up, and on the other side, one that is unintelligible to you.
I would like to ritual cast comprehend languages.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
Just keeping an eye out. This is all nasty water here, right?
As you're going over, his friend is investigating the tree, as Brad is walking down and Hiroi is casting his stuff, and you poke your head over the side of the water.
Mm-hmm.
A little beastie reaches out and grabs onto you,
Ah!
taking you by surprise.
I do feel surprised. I don't have a very high perception.
Oh wait, didn't we should have rolled perception for the guarding.
I rolled one, but it was private, so I don't know the result.
Yep, that is correct.
Well, I am surprised. You hear me yell, ah!
Oh, wait a second, do you need to add one to that? That would make a breakpoint. Was that +2 with the... Is that your perception personally, or...?
Oh yeah, because you also add the other person's wisdom modifier.
Gotcha. That brings
So
it
there
up
should be
to
it.
1.
Yeah.
Which brings it to... Give me just a moment. Gotcha. As it reaches out and grabs at Kaio, he's barely able to move back and just and move his foot out of the way before it reaches out. And with this awareness, the party is able to begin to gleam as some parts of the swamp have a few other creatures that are making their way up out of the ooze.
Well, it looks like we're headed in the right direction, at least.
Some of them crawl in different areas.
A question for you.
Mhm.
Looking out onto the
Yeah.
horizon, I can see... Wow, this is so funny. How did I get the high roll? Uh-uh.
Life is a highway.
Damn.
Oh, no!
Oh, brother, this guy
guy
stinks.
I bet they do.
Not my initiative. Hoy.
They do, in
Hey,
fact.
I'm
stink.
in danger.
Yeah.
Just a little guy. Just a little guy.
Why is it not? Oh,
Was that not what?
it's not doing the music right.
Damn.
Has everyone rolled their initiative?
Yes.
So true.
I sit here waiting to be murdered.
As it goes.
I think Rat's the one who's going to be murdered.
Oh wow, that is rough.
It is in fact rough.
Right when he walks up to the statue that he thought other people were walking up to.
Mm-hmm. Iri probably should be here anyway.
He was investigating it.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Rabbithi.
15's you're to hit.
Yep. I am selecting you. I am rolling. I'm pressing the button. The button is getting swung. It is, in fact, a connection. Is it Trump?
What's the total?
Oh, do you mind starting the combat?
Ah, yes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is probably wise.
What'd you say the total
which
was?
button is that? Is the combat not started? Do I need to go?
There should just be.
Yeah, under the combat encounter section. Does that not show it?
They're for me.
I don't know.
think the tab directly next to chat messages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does that not show it?
I can see it. It's just the way that it shows up is usually different for me, but it might be something I have, so never mind.
Gotcha. The total is an 18 to his 15.
Okay. Sorry, Chad. I can't help you.
Sub emoji. Just a little.
As
guy.
it crawls out from the muck and swings a mighty swing, it hits you for 11. As it
What
pushes
the
you back
fuck?
into the other area. This guy is a big boy with his big club.
Wait, that's not.
Oh.
Alright. You wouldn't be concentrating anymore. I don't know how to undo that for myself.
If you go into your spells, I think you are concentrating on Alter Self. You can click this break concentration on that
Okay,
under your spells section.
lovely.
The other one moves over and swings at Hiroi. The sergeants do not have very good coordination right now. This is evident, and their stats will reflect this. Hiroi is being swung at. It is a hit.
Total?
It is a 14 to 14.
No.
It is not a 14 to 14. Is that a...
14 to 17.
Okay, gotcha. It is a miss. What they are able to do, however, is direct the other skeletons to perform set actions. So one of them, specifically this one, points at Rat, and the other skeletons are able to move in a coordinated fashion to Rat. Wait, is it that one? Yeah, okay, it's that one. This one's the odd one out. It is a swing. It is a miss. It is a swing from another as they run around the outside and roll the exact same roll. And for the third one, finally collapsing on it, it is a hit. Are there any other actions that people might be able to make?
I don't have a reaction. I'm so sorry.
In the 7 damage strike goes as the one on the left clobbers up its way behind you and manages to grab on your tail.
Rat pummeled thoroughly.
Importantly, it is Kaio's turn to attempt to rescue his friend. Why is this playing? What is this? This is not looping the song I selected.
It would be really nice if I actually could do anything to help in this situation. I'm trying to think, I don't have any area of effect spells. Interesting. Got nothing. What I will do is cast Bless on myself, Rat, and I'll say Friend.
Hero
Ah.
is getting left out, as should be the case.
I just feel like Friend might be more helpful in this situation.
Let's see, which one is blessed? Are any of these blessed specifically?
And then, after casting that spell, I am going to try to pull Rat towards me 5 feet. Actually, do I have enough movement to get here? I think I do. I'd like to try and pull him this direction.
He has been pulled.
Okay, so now you are not going to be opportunity attacked to death.
Holy based.
As is good. Rat.
It's my turn
It's
next.
Hero's turn.
It is Hero's turn, right?
It's Hero's turn, Rat.
To it, Hero is going to burn a Fey gift to a Fey gift of hospitality to grant Rat advantage on his next attack against this skeleton, and give both of them 1d6 plus 3 THP.
Superb.
Based,
Nice.
and
Joyous.
this is kind of the exact right situation with this spell. I would like each of them to make a DC 15 con save. Actually, yeah, DC 15.
I should not be applying that to Rat. There we go. This should do it.
Let me roll that damage.
Fish. Oh,
Fish.
Jesus Christ!
that's a high damage roll.
No
that's
fucking
the-
kidding.
Yeah, that'll do it. Hey, want to hear something funny? 3 of them crit failed.
Aha!
Oh.
Let's see, it's that one, and that one. That's actually kind of almost rigged. Okay, never mind. That's just me reading it wrong. Okay, the red is not crit failed. It's just it's saying they failed. Never mind, I'm wrong. But importantly, if I do that and that, I can do that. And I can do that. And then we can do that.
Bleh.
That.
The floor
It
is
has
yours,
been
Rat.
As the piercing ice travels through and travels its way through the bones, it splits some of them apart as it grows and expands, and the skeletons go from being animated to simply being piles of bones currently thawing and falling to the floor.
Rat runs. Oh, I'm on the. Rat runs his way back. 5, 10, 15,
Stop
20. Oh,
slightly more to the right of that.
I see. Oh, I can't click Rat.
Oh.
Click
Uh-oh.
Rat.
You, as you're swimming through, you notice underneath you, you feel a little bump as you're swimming by, and you look down and you see that there's one walking over and crawling underneath the muck.
God have mercy.
Yeah, this is
Rat
this is
cannot catch a
shallow-
break.
This is shallow water here. It would also be rough terrain. All of these bright green areas are shallow water and rough terrain.
So it's rough terrain to enter a rough tile or to exit a rough tile.
Just to enter, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
What are these?
Those are
checker.
those are just alternate versions of the rough terrain.
Gotcha.
So I went 5, 15. He's going to move away from the skeleton, probably provoking. Nothing, I suppose. 25, and then 30 up here.
That is correct.
And then it was this one that he has advantage on? Okay.
Yep, from Fey Gift.
And then what is the button that I click for advantage? That I hold, I should say.
I believe
Shift,
it's shift.
I believe.
Oh, it just didn't make the noise, so I was confused.
That's because you have not pressed the attack button on the right.
That's so dumb.
Don't
Because
forget
I
your bless.
selected the item.
Right.
So
Make sure you are
normally, if I
targeting
just press
the fragment. Yes, okay, you are. Good.
holding shift did not. Well, it doesn't matter.
We are rolling hot so far.
Mm-hmm.
Give it that damage.
And then, 20 as it rings out.
Whoa.
Whoa, you did it for both.
Uh-oh, those are linked to the same sheet. Those aren't getting instanced. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I did an oopsie.
Big red X.
There we go.
And for his bonus action, he is going to... Hold on, I had it. Never mind, I'm too far. That's it.
Okay. Friend.
He's gonna move to the second sergeant and attack. And is this working?
Seems like it.
Wow.
That is a miss. You can also click the select targets and click on them, which is, per my previous rulings, what you have to do for it to count. So lucky you. Select the target and then press the roll.
Just by clicking?
Press
Yeah, under the token controls, there's the select tokens is the top one, which is the one that lets you move things. The second one is select targets. There you go. Now you roll it. Now you click attack. Alright, and you get to add a d4. Not that it would matter here. As you swing. And it clanks as it pushes it somewhat to the side, but goes squarely into the shield. Do you have any other actions? Nope.
Hello.
Bizarre. I've noticed that Discord has been doing that more lately.
Did you hear our whole thing? Or
I
were you
did not
here for it?
after Friends thing, no. After Friends
Okay,
swing.
so Golden's staff is not rolling with his proficiency or his strength modifier or his anything.
That should probably be fixed.
Yep.
Would you like to roll with your regular staff for the moment? Your large branch?
I mean,
Well,
we just
the actual roll is 14, so.
Yeah, we can do the math. It's fine.
Gotcha. A 14 is in fact enough to hit as you swing into the shield, and the shield goes through parts of the arm that the skeleton is holding. Roll for damage. Also, sound effects are not going through.
That looks like it's working.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
actually
working.
working. That's funny.
Where's the second +1 from?
I think it's magical, so it does +1.
That's the first one.
Why did clicking one? Oh, yes, because it is, in fact, bludgeoning damage. This is very good.
Hmm.
Oh, they're vulnerable to. Oh,
Skeletons.
And
skeleton man.
Skeleton.
Crack the
But
bones
it-
open, suck the marrow out.
unless it's already dead, I'm going to use the topple weapon mastery.
You should probably do so then.
It's a con save equal to 8 plus my PB, which is 11.
It succeeds on the throw.
Okay, and I'm just going to do the same thing with extra attack.
Okay. Crush him.
So. Well, that
That's
definitely
it?
hits.
Well beyond what that says.
Wow.
Bro is fucking deceased.
Bonk. Bonk!
Would you like to describe it?
No. It's not a crit. It's nothing special. It's just a skeleton sergeant.
Makes sense.
Its head just
Yes.
gets bashed in as normal.
He has been unanimated.
He has been unanimated.
Send that guy outside the animation layer.
Do you have any further actions?
I'm going to posture in front like that.
The next skeleton, given the previous orders that it had received, walks up to you and walks up. Let's move that boy out of your attack range.
Does that trigger an opportunity?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Hold on. Effects.
+6.
This should be set to disable effects, so its AC is actually lower. There we go.
It's also a 16.
Plus 16. You hit.
Oh, bye.
Bleh.
Go!
Why are you not
Away.
applying? 1x. Target. Apply. Maybe you have to do it. Are you able to apply it to that skeleton when you click the apply button?
Where's
There's
the
no
apply
button for
button?
us.
Oh, there is if I click the 3 dots at the top right of the thing.
Oh, that applied it to you, Golden.
Oh.
There we go. It has been done. They took negative 13 as they get hurted very bad and cease existing
Farewell.
as
Shattered.
you pummel
bone
their
dust.
bones into dust.
I thought the other
moment.
skeleton initiative is going.
For a moment,
But not
Rat
this.
thinks Friend is a bad combatant because Friend has just destroyed one of the souls that they could have harvested. Completely obliterating the target by dealing over twice their HP, excuse me.
Holy gosh.
Damn.
From Elmuk, 3 new creatures arise, slowly crawling out of it. One of them. Whoa. Definitely not the case.
Oh,
That's-
good.
That's not till later. That's not till way later.
Spoilers.
I didn't see anything.
Because I actually didn't because my she was in the way.
Same.
No based. This is good. Into combat. Cool.
Oh, I have to turn back into the stream. Oh, there is no stream
There's no shrimp. Oh, shoot.
because you DC'd.
Discord. I don't know why it's been doing it lately. Whoa. This is not what I want. I want Skeleton Man.
Runelight.
Light, so true. The other skeleton continues its previously assigned goal and moves up, attempts to swing a ding at Sir Radley. Swing! It clatters its claws up at you and scratches you for 6 damage.
Ouch. Man, 15 doesn't feel that low, but I've gotten hit so many times.
And how much did you get hit for right there?
6.
6.
Don't worry, it
6?
wasn't
Okay.
actual damage because you had your 9 THP.
Okay, 6 is not high enough to.
Oh, I don't know why
Whoops.
it made me take 24 damage.
You did also use your reaction earlier when you made that opportunity attack, Golden.
Reaction.
I said reaction, didn't I?
It may not have gone
It
through.
doesn't matter.
And it moves on down to Kyle.
Oh, the initiative. Thank God. I thought you meant something different. Okay, cool. Yeah, I am going to hop up here. I am going to cast Chill Touch on this dude. I am blessed, so that does get an additional 1d4 to my attack roll. For 21
Yeah, that hit.
hit. And then that is a total of 11 damage to this little skeleton guy. I'm gonna... Oh, good. Fantastic.
How did you change your dices, by the way?
Oh, I'm gonna end
the
my
speaker?
turn, and then I will explain it to you. Oh, actually, bonus action, if I can shove... Well, all of these skeletons are dead? Interesting. I'd like to try to shove this skeleton here 5 feet away from me. This one here. Strength save, please.
Strength, save, normal.
Haha!
It trudgingly gets pushed back through the muck and almost falls over and just barely manages to stay up by holding on to one of the branches of the tree.
Fantastic.
Lord of Rome.
Alright. Hiroi is going to finally activate Blade Song, which, let me toggle that on for the AC bonus. Yes, okay. Then he's going to target this guy, the one that Kyle just pushed, and make his day even worse, hopefully.
It seems like you will be.
Doing an additional 8 damage and reducing his move speed by 10 feet.
Apply.
As he postures. Actually, no. He's going to posture in front of Rat.
It has been done. Let's see, is that this one? No, it's the other one. I told it to de-link the token. Give me just a moment. I told it to not keep things linked and have them independent. But it seems to have ignored that the second time because I didn't apply it to the right thing. As this one has no goals and no direction and no one to lead it, moves over to Golden, takes a swing at Golden, at friends.
It reaches through the screen!
AC
That's your-
17.
As it press the swing. Yeah, luckily, as long as I've done it enough, I don't need to do that anymore. And swings enough to take a solid hit at you.
How much of a hit?
It connects 4 double ones for 4 damage.
Dang.
Double ones? What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, its damage
I'm
roll was
confused.
2 ones.
Then I take 0 damage because of Heavy Armor Master.
Well, I said that
It's
deals
4
4, so you
damage.
take 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you already.
And it points
Yeah.
at Friend and all of the other basic skeletons. I guess all one of them turns to face Golden instead of Rat. Shoot, I did it again. And turn to face Friend instead of Rat. The one in the water that was doing so.
It hasn't
Speaking
mattered
of
for
Rat.
any. It hasn't mattered for any of the other skeletons yet. But I should ask, how is the light level right now? What time of day? Like, is it overcast and
It's
bright?
rather early in the morning. It's slightly daytime, but it is early. It's probably like 9ish.
So no
There's still
sensitivity.
plenty of cover from all of the trees. Like the sun is low enough that most of the trees are providing horizontal coverage.
Lovely. Then if there's no issue with disadvantage from sunlight sensitivity, Rat will point his weapon, use my bonus action on this turn in conjunction with the one on my first turn. That's 2 total to load 1 round in.
Yep.
And now he has 2 in, and he's going to take 2 shots at advantage at the skeleton on Friend.
As is
Advantage?
wise.
Pack tactics.
Oh, right.
I don't know how to roll with advantage on
That is a hit.
on this. I'm holding
Yeah,
shift. and it's
something
not
has
doing
changed.
It's Alt.
Oh,
It's not
let's
Shift.
roll
It's Alt.
another. Oh, it's
Okay.
Alt.
it. There we
Yeah.
go.
We'll take these 2.
So,
That is
So,
a hit. That is a
21.
regular hit.
Don't forget to add Bless. I mean, it doesn't matter, but
True.
you do have it.
Nope. Oh, that's a moment. That's a moment. Rat gets a point.
He does.
Add a token.
Oh, +1 because it's a 1.
Mhm. Add a token. That's a
Hold on.
1.
Hold on, that's a 1. Okay, adding a token.
Yeah,
Hold on.
1. Woo. And this is a piercing damage. As you, pshing, and it goes and it chips through one of its ribs and leaves one part that falls off, but most of the skeleton remains intact.
Okay, and then one more time. It's Alt, not Shift.
That is a crit.
Ah, that's a crit.
yeah, baby.
For 24.
Jesus Christ.
As 2 shots ring out, and you hear a thud as Rat drops the like smoking red gun at this point because it's like extremely hot from the 2 successive shots.
This one more significantly makes a hit as it busts through one of its collarbones, but the lack of any dissipation on the attack leaves just a single one of its bones completely decimated, albeit an important one. But all of the other bones remain floating and moving alongside it.
Mm-hmm. And
Does
then
the crit success also give you the?
nope, just crit fails. All
Okay.
all ones.
Okay.
One's as long as it is a significant
Yeah.
thing.
You learn from your failures. You don't learn from your successes.
Okay. That's fair.
So, and mostly just using the gun, right? Not just chatting up and being like, hey, I think you're stinky, and rolling a 1 doesn't let him
Yeah.
be like, I have successfully insulted his family, so now I am better at making a trigger guard.
And then he is going to move over and climb up onto
As he clambers
my brain,
onto
Kaio's
staff.
shoulder.
Clambers up Kaio's staff, which had just finished casting his elements, and
Yeah.
rolls up and rests upon his shoulder, and in action that Kaio has probably not felt too often before.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm kind of like.
He's very focused, and his attention is like about like it looks like he's going to start pointing things out to you. I.e., he's going to start helping.
Oh,
Friend.
So this counts as difficult,
That's correct.
yes. Which gives me half movement when I'm in the tile.
When you move into a tile, yes.
Keep in mind, this one is still alive.
You guys can finish him off.
Yeah.
So this
Ooh,
would
fun choice. We will
So
investigate
this
that in
would
the
be
future.
10?
That's probably an upgrade. Yep, that would be 10.
okay. So 10, 20. Because I have reach, that's in range of me.
That's right.
So think bonk. I don't know how to make it automatically roll to hit.
You'll have to. Oh, auto rolling. I don't think we have that, sadly.
Okay. I'm
That is
assuming
a
that
hit
hits.
to regardless, yes. You see how it shows up as green?
Where?
Like underneath
it is
the
not showing up
16?
a screen for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It does not do that for y'all. That's DM information. Okay, that is a hit.
Not necessarily. I have played campaigns where it does it for the players. It just isn't set up that way here, I guess. I don't know.
Gotcha. It is a good hit, as it
And
deals significant damage for.
if that is not
Oh,
a
shoot.
one shot,
It is left at 5 HP. I clicked adding double damage instead of letting it take the double damage that it naturally would. I do not need to do that. That is good. There you go.
and again.
Well,
Ouch.
Oh boy.
I think you're probably going to destroy another
Crush
set of
and
skulls.
Oh, gee.
And
One
never
more
mind.
D12.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
One more D12.
one more damage roll.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Ooh,
another
D12.
D12.
So let's see. At the moment, you're at 16. You need to roll a 9 or less. Okay, good. It is dead, but it is not exploded. Would you mind making me a perception check, Mr. Friend? As you're there, you're able to see through some of the shifting muck a rather large mass of bones moving out and over in this general location. It is very large.
Still alive. I don't like that.
Well, I don't have any movement left.
You have, don't you have to? Oh yeah, I guess you'd have
I
5,
took
but you
5,
can't use
5
it, right?
to move, and then 10, 20.
Right.
So, he readies his weapon
All right.
and does not communicate anything yet.
The skeleton moves to the right, then down and to the right, then out of Hiroe's attack.
You know what? If you're gonna be so generous,
As that is a swing and a hit,
doing
because he is currently undirected. Slashing?
yeah.
Slashing. And then that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. As it continues to walk towards Friend, and everyone else is able to see the rather large beast that makes its way out from the swampy, murky depths. As it does so, all of this commotion over these last few turns has led to what at first Rat is able to notice due to being the one who's currently mostly focused with looking out about the entire surroundings of the situation. You spot far off in the distance in the sky this, what to you is currently this twisting mass of feathers.
Rat, not loudly, but directly into Kaio's ear at like basic volume is, "One up, Var, look."
And I will turn my head to look.
And-
Oh, what they coming?
And as it gets closer, it seems to be heading almost directly here, and begins preparing. Peter, why does it? YouTube is just not. It's like, yeah, yes, the loop option means loop it 3 times and then move on to the next thing. Why would it do it like this? As it moves closer and begins the preparation of casting a spell, with the rather large skeleton being focused on front, suddenly in a mere instant, it seems that both of them in their attentions have changed as the serpent moves almost due southeast immediately at a very rapid pace. The skeleton also beginning to move in that general direction, as both of them are heading towards what to none of you have been able to identify as a significant event, but something has happened.
Do we pursue? Actually, first,
I
there's
would-
one left.
was just thinking the same
There's more
thing.
than
That's
one left.
There are 3 left. You clean them up with ease. Everybody takes 1 damage just from averages, and the fight is finished.
fantastic.
Me when I take 1 damage.
Right, how far down are you?
23 out of 42. He's fine.
Oh, you're fine.
He, as we are going through, Rat is intentionally, while like sprinting around collecting all the skulls that he can before we go. We are pursuing, I assume.
Oh yes.
On that
certainly.
note, Hiroi is going to take a look at the still red-hot gun and has a brief thought as he casts Prestidigitation on it to chill it.
You're able to watch down this corridor path as a rather significant amount of creatures are starting to make their way out from these depths, and your intuition tells you that that's probably a very bad idea.
However, if they're all engaged in a fight right now, this would be the perfect time for us to invade the necropolis and potentially stem the flow.
Well, I don't have a problem with that, and maybe we'll get in the good graces of these sky
Things.
shifters.
Indeed. He turns back to the unidentified writing on the statue and just whispers to it later. What does the Draconic say?
What most of it, it would have, yeah, I almost went 13. The Draconic that exists on the passage is fleeting fragments. What you are able to catch from the last parts is that it contains structures of essentially describing a pejorative statement, that it was one of many of something, and a secondary part which is like sort of an honorary word or title, like it's the glorification of perhaps one or many things. With comprehend language, you're able to get a slightly better, more full picture by translating on the other side, which turns out to be one that you have not identified in writing yet. But some of the words end up, as they are going through, is a fairly similar language to that which the skink folk had spoken. It helps clear up a bit more that this is about the glorification of certain religious leaders, and that this is one of those that was being done, and that it's supposed to be part of a set of 12.
Interesting.
We'll go ready to go.
Right.
Rat kind of pushing on his leg as he's reading it.
How is the gun handling now that it's cooled off a bit?
Regular normal ass.
As he kind of turns around.
I think I'd like to try that the next time we look to be getting into fights. It should help a bit with endurance.
He just offhandedly nods a couple of times, clearly disinterested in you using magic to help him. But he doesn't like yell at you about it.
Through the various pieces of muck-covered equipment and other such dredge that has been brought up by these creatures moving through the swamp and essentially trudging through the bottom of it, acting almost like a scythe. The party gets 8 segments of a loot roll.
Which
means-
does get us to a loot roll.
Probably pushes
Yep.
you over. I didn't look, but
It pushes us
probably
to
does.
a single loot roll. Who would like to do the honors? I loot rolled the last time, so not me.
I have pretty good luck. I'll try. I don't know. We'll see.
Or maybe I loot. I roll the loot roll so that I can crit miss it.
Let's go going! Aw, dang it!
Yes.
Aw, dang it!
Is this just loot check now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is under tables, loots, right-click loot check and roll.
While Kaio is investigating the bodies of the corpses, Rat is able to watch and see as another, even larger, swirling mass of skeletons is assembled. That's a massive ball rolling down the corridor, something that would be rather terrifying to deal with, and as that beast of the sky moves forward and begins shooting bolts of earth into the ground that cause rumbles that still are able to be felt over here.
Rat kind of looking down, turns around,
Maybe not go.
as he points in the northeast
Indeed.
direction.
Some of
If
the
that thing is out here, the Necropolis must be undefended. That is insanely good. Holy shit.
why'd you roll? Oh wait, why'd you roll
Because
twice?
we got two trigger.
Two very good
Very
rolls.
good roll.
Oh, that is right there. Okay, good. Yippee! They probably trudged through, dragging on their feet. They caught a net that caught some old abandoned items from some trader who may have passed through long ago with some non-perishable goods. It requires a bit of cleaning, but it's nothing that prestidigitation wouldn't pick up after a short period of time.
Very nice. Should we head to the Necropolis then?
Indeed.
Right, now's a
We
good
won't
time.
have a better opportunity, I would wager.
Very well. And
As
Scatter!
you continue to make your way through, the rumbles in the earth continue to be felt until the end of the day.
Which, we should actually be able to make it to the Necropolis today if it's over here.
Right,
Considering
this was,
two?
So this was on the very start of this point, right, on the 12th. And so 1 point would be here, 1 point would be here. Yes, you'd make it to the area.
To the Necropolis at the end of the 12th.
As you get closer, you're able to see as there's this singular towering, almost spike of a mountain that reaches up a rather significant distance into the sky, probably 800, 900 feet at your current judgment. It stands as a complete outcrop to all of the surrounding land, and from it there is just this graying, yellow, pale sand that surrounds it as it's been turned almost to dust, as if time itself had been left to its own devices in the area. It is not without life, however, as this rather sheer face has led to the western side of the spire to have quite a lot of moss growing on it, as much of the wind that might sweep over carries humidity and leaves it surprisingly verdant for the situation of the land beneath it. To
Before
the
we travel in.
southeast of it, there's a small oasis. A rather strange outcropping of water that may very well be the one that the Boilians refer to.
Before we travel into the Necropolis, I would recommend we take a night to rest, recover what magics we can, take stock of what material we have on hand, and then head in. This is not something to take lightly.
Kaya will just kind of laugh and say, "Recover what? You really are privileged, aren't you?"
We need our full strength.
Oh, I certainly don't disagree. I just...
And
shake
at
his
the
head.
very- and at the very least, taking a night to rest ensures that we don't exhaust ourselves by fighting long into the night in a necropolis we know nothing about.
I just worry that we might lose the advantage of time, but I trust your judgment.
Oh, things haven't made their way back here yet. I would wager that they've been embroiled in battle for some times at this point.
Imagine can't move fast very.
Given how big that thing was, I would say
And
you're
there's a long
likely
path
right.
to go.
I'm fine spending the night recovering if that's what you'd like.
Thank you. Discretion is the better part of valor.
I don't wish to run headlong into death.
DM, can we get a short rest?
You may.
Okay.
One day.
Also, question. Because temp HP normally goes away on a long rest, but those are normally at the end of a given day, do temp HP go away on a short rest
I
or
would
on a long
say,
rest here?
like, for most effects, it would probably still be on short rest. There are probably some where it makes more sense to be long rest, but I'd say as a default, it's short rest. Describe to me this specific effect of THP. I know it's
this
from
is-
that spell effect, but or
It's not from a spell,
feature
it's
effect.
from... So I guess, what are you asking me to describe then?
Like what? How would you describe the what is the resistance that's being granted?
It's probably a small ward that's been woven around both Kirway and Rat that
Oh, Rat
Kinda
has
circles around
overridden your feeble THP with his own better, delicious food THP.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
short rest. I'd say that's short rest.
Okay.
Is Rat's
Okay.
delicious food THP also short rest?
I wouldn't say so. No, that's like a well-rested sort of.
Okay.
You're well invigorated. It provides you youthful energy that lets you dodge things that otherwise would have damaged you for unceased
Delicious.
THP. One thing that keeps some of you up at least slightly through the night is that there is a persistent, almost dreadful rumbling which continues sporadically, probably happening about 4 times throughout the night. Most of them come from the south, but a few of them come from around and even perhaps feel a bit like they'd be exactly where you're at. But looking around over the wastes, it seems that there is nothing nearby, no creatures roaming, none of these sky shifters in the sky. The night passes without incident, despite the potential provocations being available. It is now the morning after a short rest. The party has a choice to make.
Well, I think the choice is clear. We're heading in, right? Are you ready?
I am. Me, the player, will have to toggle Arcane Recovery to get back my second level spell slot I spent. I think it was pretty well spent, all things considered.
Yeah. It,
Oh yes, that was a very
Right.
effective.
The thing that is the choice is which of the entrances to travel to. One is in front of a rather large expanse of this barren sandscape, with 2 columns supporting what's clearly a grandiose and intended entrance, and the other is the previously identified oasis, which is one that the lizard folk or Skink Folk described as being how they were able to get a very small amount of scouting done was going through those passages.
Well, I would suggest we go through the Oasis entrance, considering that that is, in fact, how they were able to get information in the first place.
I'd feel more comfortable doing that anyway.
Rat kind of kicks the sand, grumbles about how he hates water, and but doesn't put up any actual resistance.
It's not my favorite route either.
As you make your way over to the oasis after having properly gotten packed, the mules make their way over to the water and begin to drink heartily to replenish some of their water. It's been a little arid and it's good to take a break. It seems clean enough. I believe Brett makes a good point. I think it is a good midway point to stop before you enter the rest of it, to take a break and assemble shortly. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Superb. As it shall be. Here the party is at this rather small oasis with what clearly has a crevice or a crack that leads deeper in. It is relatively dark down there, but the moss that begins to grow out from it and onto the ever so slight nearest parts of the surface give an inkling of cleanliness or at least nutrition to the area. It is up to you how you proceed.
Do we have a way to light the way?
Oh, of course. And I will just cast the light spell on my staff, which begins to glow in a white-blue light.
Good to know.
Right, kind of shields his eyes from the light.
Most of us
I-
here can see in the dark, but it's best to have some light down there in case we miss an important turn.
I've never had quite that gift, so I'll take this with me. Thank you very much. I'm going to kind of look into the water and put my staff in, see if I can make out any crevices that seem like they might go deeper.
At the moment, it seems like there's mostly just one going down. If you
Oh.
went further, and you'd probably be able to get a better sense of things.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I will go ahead dive on in.
You dive in, perhaps not expecting the worst, but preparing for it.
Mhm.
And you move down and you're swimming through. It's rather significantly difficult to hold your breath. It's currently not a thing, but did I miss? Okay, hold on. Retro, this is not an actual retcon. This is just me missing the part that I did.
Mm-hmm.
The lizard folk guy was supposed to give you a talisman for using her.
Oh,
It's essentially like a let me check my notes specifically. It's like a water breathing thing that can be activated multiple times but only lasts a shorter duration. Give me a moment.
So probably like 10 minutes instead of the 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. 8 targets. 10 minutes. He's got it. 3 times per long rest.
Okay.
8 targets within 20 feet. Okay.
What are we going to do with the mules then? I don't want to leave them completely unattended because skeletons might show back up and we would.
it's not like we can exactly take them with us, can we?
Right. I suppose we just have to keep the faith then.
I'll pray for their well-being.
At least they don't have too much on them right now. Would Kyle like to go ahead and roll a D100?
Oh, sure. Praying to God.
He is prayed to Umberly. I assume.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Good.
I'm pretty sure she would be insanely pissed if you prayed to anybody else.
I would not do that to myself or you.
He does it
I don't
just
want to
he
know what
does it
happened.
and then justifies to her. Listen, in reality, you're the bitch queen. I'm doing it just because it would make someone mad. And honestly, the more important someone is to you, the more of a tribute it is to you for me to like upset them when I have such a deep relationship with them. So really, you should be happy about this.
Yeah, no, she would understand that and then smite you anyway. It's like, that's
Because
very
it's
cute.
funny.
Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, it's funny and therefore morally correct.
That is actually pretty much how Kyle operates.
It's no surprise I like him so much. Friend rat.
Mm-hmm.
We going in?
Yep. Rat's
Yippee.
climbing on the shoulder of friend. He doesn't know how to swim. Someone else is swimming for him.
Oh right, fuck, he doesn't know how to swim.
Are there any trees around here?
Not
Or
really. No,
bushes?
there's very small bushes immediately adjacent to the oasis.
Any rocks?
Plenty of rocks, mostly dust or pebbles, but there are a few that start being closer to like 3 inches across. Very little rocks are much larger than that this far away from the mountain.
Well, he's going to find the largest and flattest rock, just around the immediate area,
Mhm.
and he's going to carve the symbol of his fire rune into it, which he assumes Tefrid would recognize, and place it at the entrance before diving in.
Understood.
I do have an icon for that. I just want to
Icon.
see.
Icon.
Once again, for some reason, Foundry not willing to let me place drawings when we're actually in a session. There we go. That doesn't.
I guess I can just do this so that everyone can see what it looks like.
Anyway, are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As the party enters and Hiroi twists the small knob on this talisman, causing it to start clicking with this faint blue light as it begins to sputter up and sends a few bubbles into each of your mouths for you to be able to start swimming in this oasis. You make your way down and take a minute or two checking around until eventually one of you is able to figure out the correct way down. That is until Rat somehow, using perhaps his good eyesight to deduce which caves are actually able to go somewhere and which ones would clearly be dead ends, ends up leading you through into a area that gives at least a little bit more structure to be able to swim through and swim around.
Well. Okay. Half movement, but making my way through. Kaya will kind of swim ahead and then double back, beckoning people to follow. I don't know if we can speak right now, but I will try to say, we only have 10 minutes, better make it quick.
You can speak. It is much more muffled than normal. It's able to be intelligible, but probably only at a range of about 20 feet. At about 40 feet or so, you're able to tell that people are talking, but not discern what they are saying.
Oh, how cute. I would like to pet this frog.
You go up to it, it looks at you, and it's staring at you a bit as you pet it slightly. It stings a little bit to the touch.
I look at my hands and rub my fingers and then kind of wave them, trying to get rid of whatever's on my fingers.
It is slightly sticky and burns you for 1 point of damage.
Ugh.
Poison damage, I imagine?
I
Acid.
think acid. Yeah.
Oh, it's an acidic frog.
Mm.
It's looking and it's watching you as it's got this slimy layer of mucus around it, somewhat protecting it from the surprisingly cold water.
Don't touch it. Don't touch.
I wasn't planning on it.
He gives you a little bit of a frown, then continues swimming forward. Doesn't like frogs. What is that? What is that? Oh, what is this? Oh, very nice.
There's
I'm
another
going
frog,
to use.
this time blue, with a bit of an aura around it that's sort of not pushing the water away, but the water within about half an inch of it looks a little different, and it's a little almost blurry. It's watching Kaio, and then it's watching Hiroi, then it's watching Brent. It's just kind of looking around. It's very chill with the situation. It's relaxed on its little outcropping here as the ever gentle flow of the water shifts through this part of the crevice. In
I would like. Ooh, sorry,
this
go ahead.
location, there's a hole in the ceiling in which a small amount of water flows down from above.
I also see on the map, and I'm assuming it's real, a little thingy here.
You would
Skeleton.
be correct.
I would like
There's
to
a
use
skeleton
my invisible mage hand to pick up the orb and bring it to myself.
As the mage hand grabs the orb squeezes and shifts a little bit as it moves its way over to you, as it is pulled over. There are a few other pieces on that skeleton, including some old leather straps, a bit of metalworks that I believe none of you would be able to discern. That's something that would absolutely be Tefred's expertise and would probably need him to do it. That's something for whenever he gets here, if Tefred ends up coming in here, something that y'all would ask him to attempt to figure out what's going on. This almost bubble-like object has a very small bead in the center of it, probably about half an inch across, that is creating these multiple layers of fluids around it that are, well, malleable and shifting. They do not permeate the outside. It's got about 3 layers and ends up being about 4 inches in diameter.
Well, this is something else indeed. And I will just kind of whiz it over and hover it to the rest of the party. I'd say like around here and say, what do you make of this? Something interesting, don't you think? And I'll just spin it in mid-water.
Rat kind of
Curious to be sure.
shuffles off of Friend's shoulder, holding on to his rifle to make himself sink, and like awkwardly walks across the bottom, slowly until he walks past it, grabs the skull, and starts walking back with the skull in hand.
True. The frog
Priority,
croaks out
priority.
even underwater. It gives the
He holds the frog up to Hiroe, or not
The
the frog, the skull up to Hiroe.
Thank you.
And then tries to climb up back onto Friend's shoulder.
Would you like whoever adds that to the inventory to mark that as one non-undead skull?
Damn.
Darn.
Can it just be a dead skull?
It can be a normal skull.
We gotta cast Detect Undead or whatever.
I believe most skulls are believed, like, kind of assumed to be dead when you're handling them as
Bird.
items.
Well, since we're hunting undead skulls, you know, maybe.
Yeah, just dead, not undead. You know what? You make a good point. Totally legit and normal. I like that one.
He
Okay.
could have been undead at some point. That doesn't mean that.
Well, I would like to take this little orb and put it in my inventory. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm into it.
You
I
reach
want-
out and grab it. It's very squishy and almost soft to the touch. It's a little soothing. It's a little pleasing. It's not quite luke temperature. It's slightly colder than that. It's perfectly refreshing compared to the actually a little bit cold water surrounding you.
Exciting news for me.
It nicely
Well-
tucks itself inside your pack.
Fantastic.
The frog lets out another croak and then moves over here and swims up a small passageway.
Well, I think that frog might have the right idea.
For lack of a better option, yes.
Shall we then?
Indeed. I think Friend ought to take the van, though.
Oh, well, I was like about to swim up. I think that makes sense.
If you don't have any objections, Friend.
Let us go then.
Friend takes a swim up first, and I would like you to make a stealth check for me real quick.
Oh,
Everyone or just friend?
Just friend.
Oh, thank God.
Brad is attached to Friend, but I don't think he's really doing anything.
Yeah, Rat
So-
is just one of Friend's equipment right now. He is a carried object. That's actually pretty good. All right. As you get to the top, you slowly make your way to the top of this hole and are able to peek around without the other things in this area noticing you, or at least you noticing that they notice you, because they take very few actions to the contrary. Feel free to move slightly back lower and describe it to the others who are at the base of this passageway. It's probably about 30 feet between where you were on the other scene and here.
Okay. So I'll swim back down. And,
I guess Chad technically would also be on this scene.
yeah.
There you go.
Or I could... I could raise my head just enough so that only he's poking out.
That's funnier.
Yeah,
I
like
that.
a little shark fin.
That's funnier. I like that. That's what happens.
Rat's head poking out is super reminiscent of a crocodile's head poking out of the water. As is like he's kind of looking around the room.
Why did it do it again? Good song, but shouldn't be playing.
As they come back down, Rat just kind of like frantically gestures his hands and then remembers that he can talk because he is underwater and goes,
Small frog, big frog, blue frog, green frog, frog.
I feel like I've heard this in a children's book somewhere.
Many, many frog.
Uh,
Big, big frog.
Hairway, do you think you've got one more of those? And I just kind of gesture the way that you cast your spell. Think about one more of those in you.
Of a binding ice. I have several of those.
Huh.
Or he would have said driving frost, but
This might be the time to try. Although, Rat, they didn't attack you, did they?
Don't think so.
I would not have that luck.
One
Red is
frog,
also-
bigger friend then.
Rat is also rather capable of probably swimming or sneaking past, at least within the water, if he knew how to swim. But alas, the only person who is both small enough and knowledgeable enough about swimming would be Tefred.
If only Tefred were here. Boohoo, etc. Well, shall we make our way? Try our best?
indeed, we don't have another option.
well,
Now we're-
Rat can't swim, but he could awkwardly walk across the bottom.
Ooh, if he'd hold
Up
himself
to the
down like
edge.
lead boot.
Yeah, holding himself down with any of the many things he has, considering his actual body weight
Right.
and buoyancy and the things he carries with him.
Very true.
I just
That
mean, do we
would-
want to
but that would
frontal
be
assault, or are
clumsy
we
and
planning on
probably
sneaking
loud
by?
and noticeable. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear either of you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that would be
please
goodbye.
continue.
Ara, what did you say?
I was asking if we want a frontal assault or to try to sneak by. I'm content with either, but if we do plan to fight, we might want to plan to fight.
Frog all sides. Big frog, one way. Only see one big frog, one way.
And he kind of gestures, he points in a direction, which is the southeast.
Mm-hmm.
We can try to sneak past, but the problem is we don't know which way we're going once we're in the necropolis itself. So we may have to cross back through that room again, especially on our way out. So we may well have to fight at some point. Best to try stealth, though.
Safest way go north. Avoid close with most. Away from Big Frog.
I'll follow your lead, I guess. I really don't think I'll be able to avoid them, but I'll do my best. If we are going up, I would like to just utter a quick prayer and cast guidance on myself right before we head up the water flume.
I think so. I don't know if there's anything else we could really do.
We could go in guns blazing, but that's a bit reckless.
Yeah, but like we're getting summoned in the middle of like a pool of water that we don't really.
Right, before we go through, if I could see your rifle for one moment.
Rat kind of holds it in its container.
Not outtake underwater.
Right, yes. Once we get out into the surface, let's keep going.
So is the party's plan an attack or a sneak?
I think
Sneak.
we're trying to sneak for now.
Yes.
Sneak
like-
to the north.
I would like everyone to go ahead and make me a stealth who is not friend or rat.
Okay, I will be adding my D4 to this.
From
Well,
Guidance.
ooh,
yeah, unfortunately, even my features aren't saving a 2.
Ho ho!
That's a group stealth does only require half the participants to succeed by roll.
True.
So.
it takes a while. You end up hiding mostly underneath the water at certain points. You wait for favorable moments where some of the frogs jump around. Some of the blue frogs, you notice through observation, well, you don't really have much of a choice to do much else. At one point after jumping out of the water, shake their necks vigorously, almost a bit like a dog, and you see small sparks fly from their slimy skin.
The blue ones?
Yes. And you make your way up into this corner, and when a batch of the two of them begin moving somewhat away, you quickly rush your way up to this area. Continue play as normal.
Very well, let us make our way.
You can click on the door to open it.
Oh, I will do so.
Lots of doors.
Leaning against the wall. Ah, a corner.
Once we get around this corner, Rat, I would very much like to try that thing I mentioned.
He nods a couple of times as he's like looking through the door, and then closes it behind them.
Now, what do we have here?
Here, a set of stairs that go upwards begin to exist. They are rather hewn stone, somewhat similar to the tile down here. This tile looks much more recent than that stone. This tile looks only a little bit old, whereas the stonework has like textbook signs of longevity and decay from much of the webbing on it or the amount of mold and mildew that's growing on it. Additionally, these steps go forward slightly from where you're looking and then due south for a significant distance outside of your current light. And they go up for the entire duration. Uh-oh. Right, try to not phase through the walls when you can. That's probably bad for your health. Try not to do
There's
it
a
too
door
often.
there.
No, I mean when you've
Well-
moved to the right of there.
Oh, I thought
I-
that this was a. I thought that was. I thought it was like a sewer type where it like has water in the bottom and then,
No.
like little raised
No,
stone
no.
areas.
This is tile that is walling. The purple is walling.
Oh, wait, before we move further,
Yeah, hold on. We're going through a process with people.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had a thing that I was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hiroi is going to cast Prestidigitation on Rat's gun once they're safely in the room, and invoke the 1 hour effect to chill up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material, primarily centered on the gun's barrel.
It has been done.
That should hopefully stabilize its temperature a bit, and hopefully make it so that in a larger scale fight, you have more room to operate.
He nods a couple of times, clearly displeased that he has to supplement with magic, but not rejecting it because he understands the situation they're in.
Are we ready to proceed up?
Go, go.
Oh, up. I'm sorry. Up the stairs. Okay.
Rat kind of tilts his head.
Way up.
I would think the heart of a necropolis would be deep, deep within, wouldn't it?
My reasoning is that bone. Rather, many of the components that would be used in traditional necromancy don't keep well in extremely damp environments. I can't say that whether this is or is not traditional necromancy that is happening here, but I would wager that there are similar restrictions to an extent.
Rat's
For
just gonna-
instance,
Oh, sorry.
For instance, one wouldn't summon a horde of zombies in the middle of a swamp. The zombies would all rot into nothing by the time they actually reach their target.
Rat nods a couple of times.
But not one. Go before. Speak lore. Things maybe behind. Follow if not careful.
As he turns around
Alright.
and just walks through one of the doors.
Right, we scouted out. Friend, Kyle,
Well, oh my gosh, did he just go run? Oh boy.
he did.
As
Rat!
the party
Rat!
continues to
Rat!
make their way down and through it, and Kaio calls out, Rat turns around to perhaps begin to say something like "shut up" while he moves on, or perhaps something else. But regardless
He was-
of the
he was-
option, Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he was. It was basically just he puts his hand over his mouth and like kind of grabs at the light for it to go away as
the earth around them begins to rumble, causing all four of you to go silent as you listen to it. This is very similar to those spells that the beast from the sky had been casting, but this time you're able to feel as it is very close to you and goes from being on one side of the room to the other distinctly through its case before slowly fading away.
Do you think they maybe have one of those sky shifters imprisoned here?
Do you think that might be the source of their magic? They do seem quite powerful.
If the sky shifters are a form of outsider, they could well be used by a sufficiently canny and powerful caster as a power source for profane magic.
Rat kind of
There's like a bit of a mean smile on Kaio's face, and he says, "You know, if we rescue one of their kin, they might actually
They
talk
may
to
be
us instead of."
inclined, yes. And that would explain the tremors we felt last night that weren't coming from any discernible direction, except near us.
as he pushes again and
Right.
waves at the light again.
Shall we?
Kyle, if you would turn the light off for a
He
moment.
Oh,
rolls
the
his eyes
light.
as Kaio just walks straight past him as
Oh,
he's like up
no.
against the wall, like slowly trying to open it.
No, just bowls open the door, doesn't understand the situation. Right, we're moving forward. Yes. Turn off the light. I'd rather not be blind, thank you.
Both of them are
He holds both of his hands up and like points, like tries to block the way before Aura turns the corner, like revealing more of the light, and like pushes back on the air to back up.
Fine.
He's gonna round the corner and get like really, really low on the ground as he like moves into the room just a little bit.
I'd like you to go and make me a stealth real quick.
You got it, boss. He's. Can he have access to his guidance?
Probably.
Okay. I don't know how to activate it in this, but it's whatever.
Actually, is guidance verbal?
I believe so.
And then no.
You would not.
Yeah, it's verbal somatic.
No verbal.
16.
Alright. Second part, would you mind rolling me an attack real quick?
An attack?
Yeah, just a generic, just any sort of roll.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this and then undo my ammo.
Alright, that
Cool,
is
thanks.
actually a surprising amount of modifiers. That is good enough. As you turn the corner, you're sort of sneaking up. You see that there's one frog around the corner. It's bristling slightly. It looks at you, and you see as it opens its mouth and begins to do something that instantly kicks your reflexes and instinct into gear, and you sort of dive forward and just begin like pulling on its legs and holding it down and incapacitated enough for it not to be able to do anything to you as you burst forward in a lurch of speed and wrestle the creature.
There is Kerfuffle.
Now, interestingly, I have turned off my light at your request. I can't see anything, right? It's pitch black here.
Hiroi also has a light.
Oh, well then why did I have
Why
to
do
turn
I-
mine?
Why do I have a
Because
light?
as
All lights-
because
all
as
lights
our
are-
statement
you remember.
was made explicitly for this purpose was that lights are considered on when you enter a scene unless you choose not to. Remember that?
We did talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a source of light though, so
Your spellbook does. Did.
no.
Hmm.
Oh.
I do not have the light cantrip.
You had a source of light previously, and I don't know what that was.
It was probably a torch.
That's probably
Yeah,
understandable.
it was.
Well, there you go.
You don't have dark vision either?
Me?
Damn.
No.
Damn, you're telling me fully half this party almost doesn't have dark vision?
3/4, 3/5.
I'm a human being. I don't feel bad about not having dark vision.
Yeah, over
Halflings
half.
have dark vision.
Fuck.
No, they don't.
What?
This one doesn't.
Why would a halfling have dark vision? Explain yourself.
Yeah, there's no
Because-
reason for a halfling to ever have dark vision.
Yeah, he's just absolutely going the whole trope of
They also
you know.
don't by default.
What the fuck?
Listen, you're a goblin variant. I'm a kobold. It makes sense for us to have dark vision. It does not make sense for.
as much as it might be the meme that everything other than humans gets dark vision, it really is not true.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm fumbling around blindly here. Just
There's a
kind
wall
of...
5 feet from you.
No, I'm holding onto the wall, but I can't see anything.
You bump into friends, and it's a little rough.
Rat has
It is
wrestled with and eventually
subdued.
torn the
It
throat
is-
out of this.
It is
frog.
not currently resisting. It's up to you what you do.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can't talk with it, so
Right. It's kind of just limp. It might be putting a bit of pressure occasionally, but you've got it in enough of a grab such that it really can't do anything. Its like joints are pulled back, so it can't pull properly.
Rat's just kind of awkwardly here.
Yuri is watching as the creatures battle.
I'm not.
He's right.
He's probably he was in his primal to do this in the first place. He's in his primal now. He's probably just gonna bite down on its throat. Just yeah, it's struggling.
It dies.
Okay.
There's a very brief electrical surge that shoots out from it. It goes into the nearby wall as Rat quickly moves away from it.
Matt kind of walks back over and kicks a very familiar shin kick,
Fun.
and then walks away.
Oh, what is this thing that looks like a chalice here?
It's pretty much a chalice.
Rat did say
specific-
on to Kaya, by the way.
Oh.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I also can't see a single thing.
This is why I, for the
This is
third
why
time,
Rat
say
has
that
kicked
Rat
you.
said on when he kicked you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what that means, so I didn't understand what he meant when he said
Well,
that. I will be doing
is
that.
allowed
though.
to not know what that means.
Yeah,
and
Kyle's
Rat is
allowed to not know.
Rat is allowed to get frustrated at him and go over and kick him again and say, on, stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's very much what would have happened.
That's what happens.
Yep.
On
Think-
stupid.
I just roll my eyes, scoff, and cast light again.
As you
Now, what
move
is
over to
really
the
is?
chalice, there is some sort of humanoid corpse mostly laying on it. It's reaching out with an outstretched hand that is currently almost frozen in place by some of the decay. It's surprisingly stable for the pose it's in, as one hand is holding that bubble and reaching out to the chalice. The chalice is completely mounted. It's not really a chalice that you take off. It's completely mounted as part of this pillar that it's a part of. The area to the north, there's this glass pane with a large chunk of mossy, mostly moss. There's a small amount of water that flows through, but it's filled up with a tremendous amount of gunk and waste.
Is there any identifiable moss from the moss collector at home?
There might be, if you go in and climb in there, you might be able to find some, but it looks like the corridor moves back out to the east section, which probably leads to the water that you climbed up through.
What, is this another...
Yep.
Is this another one?
Let's collect another
Yes,
bubble.
this is the
Oh,
other
absolutely.
bubble which the corpse is reaching out, trying to reach into the goblet.
Okay, I will use my mage hand and hopefully pick up the orb and drop it in the goblet.
You do so, and it fills it up slightly, and the goblet begins to glow barely.
I will do the same, using my mage hand to move the sphere from my inventory into the goblet.
It lights up some more.
Ooh.
I don't have another one of his
Okay.
orbs.
So these are some form of key then.
Yes, people love, and he's like dismissively waving his hand. People love doing overcomplicated ritualists. He is going to turn the light off, but he's not happy about it. He's complaining the whole time.
Just
He-
temporary.
Rat doesn't even
can't
open the
see.
door. He cracks it.
Yeah, he
just
peeks
like
it
just
there.
like on the ground, cracks, looks through, and closes it.
I'm gonna roll a d20 and on anything but the absolute worst of it. Yeah, okay, you good. All good.
I take it that's the room we entered from.
He nods a couple of times as he kind of all for animal
Oh. Well, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it?
Well, it just means that we have nowhere to go but up.
kind of
Well,
gallops
you were right
towards
to begin with.
the old area.
Another batch of rumbling goes, as this time different people get different sensations as it moves, coiling, as the sensation rotates around the areas where you're at and then moves somewhere farther away.
Friend, are you alright?
Yes.
Let's catch back up with the others.
Io, the one source of light, abandons friend who cannot see.
Listen, it's not my fault you're slow. I got stuff to do.
I can't see you if you move.
Yeah,
Listen,
I-
no.
My sight radius is 1 by 1.
Oh, okay, I'll be
can you
right
see
there.
me?
No,
I'll be right there.
Oh shit.
it's
I
one
can't
by
see
one.
anything.
Hiro could hold his hand if needed.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize how bad it was.
He's just picking his feet off of the steps. 'cause
What do you
it's
mean
probably
you
like a
didn't
whole
know
last
how
chair
bad
to
it
him.
was? You turned off the light earlier and you experienced it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought he was closer behind me. I didn't realize I had abandoned him in the same fucking room that he was.
Sorry, continue, Rat.
Rat's, when they get back, Rat's just kind of kicking his legs on the stairs since it's basically a chair to him. And he, through great effort, goes up each of the steps that are very large for him.
Kaio's going to offer you a ride.
He does not accept.
He does not even acknowledge it.
Nope,
He's-
he's ignoring.
Oh, would you like? Yeah. Kind of what I thought.
You head up the
He takes-
stairs. Sorry.
No, he takes rides, he does not accept them.
True base.
Uppies? No.
Where are my uppies?
Real.
You begin to climb the stairs. takes about 20 seconds. There's another batch of rumbling and a little bit of dust falls from the ceiling, and a few rocks fall in the room behind you.
Oh, it's getting more and more frequent.
I feel like it's coming from inside or outside.
Almost assuredly inside.
We will find out soon enough.
Maybe too soon.
As you turn the corner, the area up here is clearly much more exposed to the elements than the area downstairs, despite the lower area having all of that water. Up here, some of the humidity has led to moss growing in this indoor area, which the kobold would be able to properly assess. To the left is a small passageway, which then leads out to the desertification. This is clearly a little bit closer to the main entrance. There is a regular-sized rat currently nibbling away at some of the taller strands of elements of this foliage.
Rat is hunting. You bounce forward.
Give me a
pounces.
stealth.
You got it.
Actually, give me a nature. Either or, your preference.
I'm better at stealth, so I will do stealth.
I would.
I'm better at nature. I will do nature.
Yeah. What I'm
I
actually
was gonna say you have int.
you should be doing whichever one of the two hunting checks it is.
Yeah.
This
That would be
rat-
survival, but yeah.
Let's see.
Dude, all these poor rolls.
In the rat versus rat, rat wins and goes scattering. You hear and see as a few other rats up in that northern area go running around and crawl underneath. Well, actually, they just go out of vision for you.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after, a rather larger one also runs from the right and up out of vision very quickly.
Kind of goes over to the side wall.
Big rat.
How big is the big rat?
Some of you are
Probably
able to
no
see, as the area up here is slightly, better lit than normal, and
Huh.
there is a bit of a reddish hue illuminating the area.
This is almost assuredly the actual necropolis.
Oh, what is this?
You turn the
What
corner
is
and
that?
there's this small wreath in gentle red flames. They're not flaring, they're simply swirling around it, and it bounds and moves, and it leaves through the wall and then moves back around and then circles around the party and moves behind them.
That's
The
What?
face on it twists around, doing a full 180 degrees, facing upside down so that it's facing the party. Its eyes blink from what was previously a completely unrecognizable face, and it looks like it has the face of Rat.
Is that a wisp?
I would like to smash it.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is actually 17.
You swing at it and it moves a significant distance away immediately. It twists around its face one more time, and it's a vision of another unrecognizable individual. It shifts around again and looks like Hiroi, and then disappears into the wall.
I don't know that we have time to deal with whatever that is.
Indeed. It may be off to alert the skeletons.
Let's continue forward then. This looks like a very difficult passageway to squeeze through.
Yes, that is currently a collapsed area. Much of the area here, as you've probably been able to tell, has started collapsing and is in a degree of disrepair. It would take a while, but you could potentially end up digging up some of the rocks from this area, but it would be laborious, it would be loud, and is probably not the time for it.
Right.
I was gonna
right.
say, is
you
it
should be
something
able to
that-
click on that door. It should be locked.
Yeah, it's locked.
I was gonna say, is it something that could be mold earth, or is it a like rocks?
It's multiple smaller rocks.
Okay.
It's a
So not
crumbling
something that
of
can be mold
stones
earth?
from the ceiling.
Okay.
Rat points
Big rat around.
because he sees the smaller rat.
You want it?
It
What
moves
do you
up,
want?
does another spin, and its face looks like Kyle.
1 second. I'm gonna do something. Before it fucks off, pardon my language, I'm frustrated with this creature. I would like to cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay, go ahead and make me a roll with disadvantage.
I don't have
It
to
has
make
to
any
make a dex
roll.
save.
Damn.
It almost assuredly has good dex, but
I'm sure it does. It's more about the principle of the matter.
Yeah. It goes and it shoots into the wall behind, and it gives a laugh and probably your voice, and then moves south.
An insult! An insult!
indeed.
You said there's a big rat. I don't see. I'm just ignoring the rat there. It looks like there's another set of stairs,
It's
but I.
hiding in the corner, hiding underneath a pile of like perhaps straw and dust.
There's another pathway up here, and the ground seems to. Is this tile?
Yeah.
It seems to be a similar sort of tile to the flooded level below, which
Rat,
would
would
make
you
sense.
mind
It's the same structure.
It does look like it opens up a little bit further along.
I should be waiting. Sorry.
No, no worries.
Okay.
I was not going to go too far ahead.
Would you mind making me an intelligence roll? Just a check.
Any of the checks, any proficiencies, or just the
I mean, if you wanted to add your perception, you could. But like,
my perception.
Ooh,
is zero.
into perception.
right, that's what I'm saying. Is like,
Yeah.
you could add your perception if you want. You could add your. You'll figure it out in a moment. Just roll, and I'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll Arcana because it's
Okay.
no proficiency. So
That is good enough. All right. As the wisp once again, it doesn't actually go from there. It goes from this side, and it reappears. As it looks over to you, it shifts its face once more, and it looks like Friend's face. And your success on the check is that it looks like the entirety of Friend's face without the covering, and upon very close investigation, is not actually Friend's face. It is a different face that looks somewhat like Friend's.
Oh,
Rat kind of tilts his head.
And it moves off to the bottom right and moves away. It speaks in a burbling voice that none of you are able to recognize.
Can Rat fit through here?
I don't think there's any need to. If you are going to point out this passage, I will tell you it looks like it wraps around from the north.
Can Rat fit through here?
Rat can fit through here.
Lovely.
Rat and Tefford are perhaps the only ones who can fit through that. It's a very small passageway.
Ah.
It needs a little bit of help getting up there. It's about 4 feet high, the entrance, so someone else lifts you up. Crawling through, you find yourself in a small area that is essentially crypts. There's multiple layers of spots for bodies to be stuffed into, as there are rows and rows and columns in each of these spots for different bodies to be shoved into, and about 40% of them are currently occupied.
Mm-hmm. Rat's gonna go to every single one of these skeletons and, like, with his teeth, just break the spinal cord in half so that it can't reanimate. Or at least what he would think can't reanimate, because the skeletons stand upright, and if the skeleton can't put its head on, then I don't know if the skeleton can skeleton.
Are these
That's-
skeletons going anywhere?
They are not.
sufficiently powerful necromancy doesn't need the corpse to be fully intact when they first transmute it into an undead.
Rat is very comfortable in the tighter spaces and the darker corridors. He likes it here.
Over here, there's a great degree of fallen down rubble and rocks that block the passageway. Another rumbling
down.
commences. Dust fills the air, and a few chokings go through the ones who breathe.
Boy, this place is going to be our tomb if we don't figure this out soon.
Even
Oh, great. Kaio is just going to move forward. This is also a collapsed tunnel, is that not correct?
Yes.
Very well, not that one then.
Again, could
Nothing here.
probably be cleared with effort, but
I just don't think we have the time. We're really trying to rush through this. Locked. Ah,
Rat kind of more quickly scurries through these other areas and then loops his way back down if nothing happens.
rat.
you can go ahead and add like 5 of the proper skeletons and like probably 12 of the improper ones.
Skulls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll add 5 skulls to the actual.
And
storage
please do add
skulls.
12 to the improper ones as well, because the party currently has no way
Does
of
not know.
determining if they aren't.
Whoever has the big
I'll do
skulls.
it.
Yeah.
Alright, keep moving.
Yeah, Rat kind of scurries back down to where he came from.
It moves
Oh,
over
are
here,
we not-
shifts into another, shifts into
Down the
another
stairs,
one,
then?
and quickly backs up before it finishes putting on a new face as Hiroi approached it.
Hiroi just kind of waves it off as he approaches. Kind of like you're swatting at, but not swatting an
Mhm.
annoying fly.
Absolutely correct. Oh, there it is again. Another
Kyle,
door, huh?
Slow down. There you go. All right, now we're good. As it's over here, hey Hiroi, hey Kyle.
Mhm.
I would like the two of you to make me some acrobatics checks.
Oh, good. Can I just tell you I fail it without embarrassing myself?
Probably not.
I'm kidding. I'll do my best.
You will not do your best.
God damn
That
it.
was my best.
Woo.
You embarrass yourself.
You do
Ah,
embarrass yourself.
That's me
Here,
falling down the stairs.
as a result of your previous, experiences, it does in fact turn out that a lot of this is unstable and not just for show. As the two of you move over, the ground begins to give way and the different tiles begin to fall apart underneath you. You do your best to attempt to lurch over and catch yourself on the other area, but it begins to fall down through as the two of you fall down into the area below, falling into that water that you had been in the previous room, in the midst of the different frogs. Friend and Rat are on the other side. At least for the two of you, you only take 3 damage each as you fall into the water, but now there are many
Okay.
jagged tiles and spikes, making it very painful if anyone else were to jump down at this time.
Perfect.
Give me one moment.
I'm taking the damage.
Oh, perfect. Back where we started? No.
No, worse.
Two of you are
Oh,
here
where we-
after a cave-in has just occurred.
Lovely. And they're certainly going to take notice of... Ugh. Let's go as quickly as we can. I don't want to be here any longer than we need to be.
Indeed.
Probably like pseudo-prone, pseudo-not. I'd probably just say half
Mhm.
movement on your first turn.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I
It
think...
is a good time for combat.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Just
figured. I was wondering
kidding.
why you were moving, but when you were moving, I was like,
I just assumed that we would be able to run as quick as we could.
and that's what initiative is for.
Yep, that's
You're
what
right,
this
you're
is
right.
for.
Rat has proned himself on the edge with his rifle out. The
So I
high
guess we
ground.
set Rat up on top of one of the pillars, just
So,
for the sake of having him in the
okay.
combat.
I'm not taking Fireball next level, I'm taking Spirit Guardians. That's what's gonna happen.
Beyblade letter.
I can move the others into this room, into this one, instead of only having it be y'all, just so that it is appropriate.
Ondipila. I mean, Rat is looking over the edge with his rifle out, so I'd say probably anything to the right of him is probably.
You can also anything 2 tiles to the left of the pillar and to the right of it,
Okay.
because like if you actually look at the whoops, wrong one.
Wrong one.
Right, you see the pillar?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he can't see like to where he is right now.
Right.
So he'd probably be like here then.
Yeah, that's probably
Like-
the best tile.
Initiative then?
If we add to view turn order, here we go. Would you like me to click roll all? Or would you
I'd like to
roll
click
it?
my own initiative.
Alright, I have rolled NPCs.
Oh, Rat is ready.
Fuck yes.
I have a 3.
I almost had 3.
Again, combat. Rat. Start us off, good stuff.
All right. Oh, the big frog's gone. That's terrifying.
Or at least not in the light.
Yeah. I mean, well, Rat doesn't care about the light, but
Oh shit. Alright.
he's going to take aim and let me. This is not an advantage.
That is enough for a
16.
hit.
For 8 on the acid frog.
This acid frog, as it gets blasted, completely explodes. Not just because of the bullet impact, but some chemical reaction seems to go on inside it, and it coats the immediate area in a healthy covering of acid.
And on the one directly south of it, he also fires out.
That one does miss. As it goes into this small channelway where there's water gently flowing out from an even higher up source into this area.
Alright. And then he's gonna start cha-ching! One half of a bullet is in. And that's it.
The barrel is noticeably cooler. It's not cool, but it is only slightly warm.
Holy based.
You should progress the turn
What do I do to click
in
to
the
Combat encounters at the
combat
bottom.
encounters tab. There you go.
see?
Alright, so Heroite is going to look at some of the frogs nearby, and drawing his sword, he kind of takes a moment to move the blade in the air to create a ring of energy, sort of, which he then splits down the middle as the individual strands of light streak out to different frogs for a cast of magic missile.
It has been done.
So each one takes 4 damage out of the 3 that I'm targeting.
That's a little awkward. It's trying to assign 12 each. I will. Hold on. I can't roll a 1d4 and then apply that as damage. I know.
That's strange because the number that I saw was a 3.
Magic missile adds 1 to each d4.
Oh, I see. Times. I was just confused by the 2 plus 1.
The 1 is the spell level because
There you go.
it's 2 plus 1 per spell level.
It has been done.
Okay. And
Some of them recoil. Some of them take a few steps back. Some of them are pushed against the wall, and so on.
with that, he's going to step next to Kaio and actually, yeah, end his turn. Let me just click the button.
A rather
Ah.
big beast
Oh god!
makes his way over, and here I'd like you to make me one big ol' beautiful strength saving throw.
No.
With significant speed. This tongue lurches forward onto you, grabs you. You try pulling out of it, but the mucus sticks to it and it holds you and it begins sucking you in as you are now halfway in its mouth. You, on your next turn, you will still be able to act but not move, and if you do not break free by then, you will be incapacitated. As you are entering its mouth. It additionally begins to deal acid damage and piercing damage to you as it is biting. You take... That's a very big roll.
God damn it! How much damage?
8 piercing and 8 acid.
Jesus
Does
Christ,
that-
I have 10 HP.
Does that count as an attack?
For which one? Is that like a damage
The
reduction?
damage. Yes.
Yes. The
I
piercing
will-
damage part is?
Just the piercing, not the
Just
acid.
the piercing, right? Because that's 2 effects. There's one from the grapple is the acid damage, and then there's a bite, which succeeds since he's grappled, since he's tongued in the mouth.
But not restrained, right? Just
Right, not
grappled?
restrained, right? Right now you are technically like grappled, can't move.
Mhm.
It's a
Right.
strength save, break them, yeah. And
Coffee
the bite
demo.
auto succeeds on grappled targets.
Oh wait,
Target's
I can
grappled by it.
also use Mana Ward to have that acid damage.
Ah, very wise.
So I have only taken 4 damage.
This is good. But yes,
Who
you can,
is
you can
friend
take the,
redirecting?
I'm holding that for now, since it's not all the damage.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, so I take 12 damage instead of 16. 26, which means I go down to 14.
And Kaio is able to watch as Hero A is currently in its mouth and it's beginning to tilt upwards, moving around so that it can try to swallow him next turn. Or next of its turns. This one moves over, and since Kaio is currently drenched in water, as it spits a bit of lightning at him, he's able
Oops.
to make this attack at advantage.
Oh no!
That is a hit.
I'm sure it is. It would be very hard for it not to be a hit.
It spits out this lightning and deals 6 damage to you.
Dang.
Friend,
I'm not looking so great.
Okay, so is my character like actually over here?
yeah, your character
On the
is,
upper floor. But,
here you go. This is where your character is. Their characters are not necessarily there. I think like Hero A is like here, and I think Kaio is here.
What I would like to do.
Here.
Actually, what's the rules on jumping? How much movement does it use?
It uses 1/3 of your movement.
so it's a BG
So-
for the jump then.
So 10 feet.
I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with the BG movement. I've thought it over a while. I like it.
Okay.
Yep.
Good, good, good.
So it uses 1/3 of my movement to go how far?
An amount based off of your strength.
Well, if you have 16 strength, that would be like 25 feet, right?
You could
Okay, so I'm
you
gonna
could make
move
this
there.
jump just barely.
5, 10.
Nope.
Of note,
Well-
there are many rocks in the ground below that if you jump down, it would be problematic, and it's also about 35 feet
To Hero.
to. I mean, just straight down even would be 35 feet. Plus,
You could jump onto the frog.
Well, what if I'm jumping to Hero?
like Hero A is also straight down.
So
Right.
it shouldn't be a problem distance wise then.
No, it shouldn't, but it is going to hurt
It-
a lot.
Yeah.
That's okay. First of all, this. And I'm going to jump down onto the frog.
Oh yeah, which means it has to
Um,
make a DC 15 dex save.
Aiming for its spine. And
Well, let's resolve the first thing.
Yep. It jumps. It succeeds on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Which means that friend takes all the damage, all the fall damage instead of half.
actually, hold on. Pause. Is that against one of my saves, or is it just?
It is a DC 15 dex save for splitting fall damage.
for him.
Actually, wait a minute. Oh no, I already used my reaction. Fuck.
For him, though, not for me.
It is for
It
him.
makes the dex save.
Which means you take all the fall damage.
Which is how
Which
much?
is how much?
Which is at least 3d6 plus a bit for environmental, probably like 1d8, maybe 1d10, I think, since he's going farther.
Okay.
It would
What,
normally be 1d8.
oh.
What damage type is it?
Probably,
Bludgeoning and
3D
slashing. 3d6.
Not piercing? Regardless.
Physical damage.
3d6
Yeah.
bludgeoning and 1d10 of one of the other types.
Which, mind you, is not from an attack, so redirecting or heavy armor master, I don't think.
Wait. Take from. Yeah, okay, you're right.
I do like this. This is really cool. I'm sad this isn't working out.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was so ready for him to do his like Ares jumping off the cliff and body slamming him from off screen.
Am I
Anyway.
rolling those, or is it just high? Is it just max rolled?
You roll
I mean,
You roll it.
I'll roll them if you don't want to.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
Let me move my sheet so I can. Oh god, the dice that I can click to roll are not there.
Like just at the bottom of the thing. There you go.
Oh
I
my
forgot.
god.
That's a 16 plus a
unfortunate.
D10.
Where's the 12?
10.
Oh, is it not? Yeah, you're right.
Dude. Fuck.
Dear God.
I mean, the 6 is pretty much about as average
Above.
as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apply
22.
damage.
It is tied for the most average roll there can be, even if it is above.
Apply damage. Thog, no care.
22 damage, a gentle breeze.
After that, I do attack. Can I
You roll
use
one.
the attack roll that I already made?
Yeah.
It wasn't that like
no,
the attack didn't
no, you
happen.
did not have it targeted. Like the standard
Oh,
is
no,
you
no.
have to have it targeted. That's our consistency.
Yeah. I mean, he
Hmm.
physically
For better
couldn't
and
have
for
had it
worse.
targeted because we were on the other screen, but yeah.
That is true. Like, he literally couldn't have had it targeted.
I understand that. I think it's important to keep it for consistency.
That's fair.
I think when possible, like if there's no way to be targeted, that's one thing. Like if it doesn't actually have a token,
Mhm.
I think we need to keep it consistent, just
That's
as a
fair.
universal baseline, for better
Right.
and for worse. So it's a 1 if it's a 20. We
Right.
just gotta stick with that. Okay.
Also, Frog Blue needs to end its turn, so it was actually Friend's turn.
Whoops.
Okay.
Also, I don't think it'll change it that much, assuming friend hits the next one. It would have just been, hit one, miss one.
Speaking of, Friend has to roll another attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That
so
is a 20.
Which actually does hit because he's
Yeah.
getting more than that.
Right, that's what I was saying, it was a 20.
Yep. How much is
Ooh,
it?
nice.
Ooh, that is
15.
enough. All right, let me
Fuck.
apply that. It needs to make a concentration saving throw. Hero gets spat out.
Hey, hey!
You
I
are
would
still
like.
covered in mucus, and you need to remove it, or you will begin taking more acid damage. It does not
Right,
seem
yeah,
to come
it-
up in the water.
It's an action to remove the effect, just like Alchemist Fire. Anyway,
Yeah.
Golden's turn.
I would like to apply a DC 11 topple check.
Okay. Dex or strength?
Con.
Gone. Wow. I suck.
Why is it DC 11? Isn't it based off your fighter
8
DC?
8 plus proficiency.
Plus the ability modifier, no?
Doesn't specify.
This is very important right now because that determines if it makes it or not.
Oh wait,
mean,
yeah, no.
let's
It's
take
8
a- Yeah, it
plus
is-
TB plus ability.
Okay, it fails it and becomes toppled.
So it is now prone.
Toppled. Get rotated.
Get rotated, idiot.
And that is
Important.
that is the turn.
Very cool. Let's see, which shitter is this one? This one is down here. It runs forward and attempts to push on the Frog King to no avail due to the tremendous size difference. It cannot use the help action and spits at Wet Friends.
Fog no care.
You might care.
Dog might won't care. That is, I believe, a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
Oh wait, hold on. I giant smited.
So, does that mean that you can't make the topple? Because is that a bonus action?
Nope, the
No, it's-
topple is
it's
part of the
extra
attack,
damage.
Yeah, it's a weapon mastery.
but that
It's
does mean
extra
that he does an
damage.
extra d6 of damage.
Gotcha, roll that
It's
1d6.
yeah. Wow.
Wow!
Riveting
Let's
gameplay.
go.
Riveting gameplay.
Riveting gameplay. It does make the contact.
Also,
As
if you
it
make me
spits out
larger,
5
I'm going to
damage.
cry.
I mean, you can make yourself larger.
Forgot how to do that.
Double click your token. Go to, or just one single click your token and go to the settings icon.
Here we go.
There you go.
So like that sort of thing, yeah.
It deals 5 damage to you as you get zapped.
Why is it not?
Yeah, Fog no care.
Kaio, he's also getting zapped.
I'm also getting.
That's a 6 damage.
Otra vez.
How are you holding up?
Bad.
Yeah, at least you didn't almost get bored.
You know, how are you?
I almost got bored.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, but how are you looking?
This frog moves
Not
between
great.
the two of you,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
seeing the dire state of the Frog King lurches on. I'd like Kaio to make me a dex save.
Man.
Oh,
And it jumps past you, missing you entirely.
I'm not gonna die to frogs!
And then explodes.
And then explodes.
Killing you instantly.
Friend. I would
Grenade
like Friend
frog.
to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ability check, hold on.
See, yeah, it does need to be saving throw, not.
Yeah, I almost did not click the right one.
Gotcha.
Oh, it ends up being the same for me. Sorry.
This frog lurches on and it attaches itself firmly on your back, and it begins riveting very quickly.
I'm guessing I can't use my reaction to hit it like a baseball.
Probably
Ah,
not. No,
it's,
you were focusing forward. It jumped on your back while you were looking the other way.
it's trying to be a landmine.
It is beginning to croak. Something will probably happen on its turn if you are still attached to it, and it is not taken care of. Additionally, attacks that miss the frog will hit friend.
Okay.
As it spits out some more against these continually wet boys.
To hit.
The hit is a success.
Okay.
Deals 3 damage.
Okay. I take that.
this one make it 1, 2? Yes, it can. Okay. Friend, maybe care. As friend takes 5 damage. Lucky you, that crit rolled though.
How many fucking frogs are there?
Luckily all of them should be on screen, even if all of them have not moved yet. This one is the one I just moved actually. Either way, give me a dex save.
God damn it.
These.
DC? Actually, no. Yeah, DC.
Do you
I succeed?
do you have a potential reaction?
Not a reaction. Fortune from the many.
Okay.
I can add +3 to my saving throw.
That would be enough.
Okay.
It's your choice if you use it.
Yes.
Okay. It jumps past as it's about to hit you. You think about how embarrassing it would be. Wait, is that a different one?
That is what it used to be, saving face.
Okay, excuse me. How would you describe it?
Basically that.
Okay. As it jumps at you, you realize that it would be really embarrassing to have to talk to other people in the afterlife explaining how you died to an explosive frog, and you realize that it would be very bad for your reputation, and you try your hardest to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
So it does.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Yep. I have plans.
Hey, that's a miss. The first time the frogs shoot, and even though it channels through the armor, it goes straight into the ground, into the water underneath, and into the ground. Kaio's is...
What
Kaio's
happened?
AC? Kaio's
Oh
AC
gosh,
is
16. Oh no.
Kaio is also safe. He probably
wow,
slightly pulls up a bit of water to deflect it, and the water eats it instead. Kaio, speaking of, it's your turn.
I can't believe I get a turn. This is crazy. Okay. Well, bonus action. I am going to use my 1 free use of Misty Step to teleport. How high up is the other layer?
About 30 feet.
Perfect. I teleport up there.
Okay, you go up. You barely have to scramble up the edge. You're like
It's like
right on.
I disappear into sea
It
foam.
seems like it's slightly closer than it actually is, so you have to reach out. You grab onto it, but you have enough vertical movement from standard vertical movement rules to
Sorry.
actually climb up and get onto the top area. Are you going to the right or the left side?
I would. You know what? I would like to be on the right side. And just cause I would like to. Oh.
Like
This
just for
fucker.
a moment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is twirling and it has the face of a frog.
I wave my hand at it. No, shoo! And then I'm just going to cast Chill Touch on one of the frogs that is injured. I can't see them right now.
Okay, sorry. Good.
Probably
Good roll
the-
out, so I can do that for you, so you can actually target it. Thank
Probably
you for
the
the follow-up.
explosive frog, then?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I think this one is damaged and explosive.
Okay, I
It
will
is
do
both
that
of
right
those
now.
things.
Chill Touch.
That's
It's
it.
a 15 hit. Great. That's average. But that is my turn.
Kill it.
It is enough to obliterate it, and it deals
Perfect.
partial damage to each of the ones adjacent to it.
A skeletal swarm of piranhas begins nibbling at it before it bursts. And they disappear.
As each of these frogs are now damaged. You see as the acidy mucus that contacts their skins does burn slightly due to their being a different type of frog, but most of it begins to slide off from their own mucusy cover.
Resistant to dying from gay.
Io,
Mm-hmm.
I would you like you to make me a strength saving throw with a save DC of 6.
You know, I should be okay, right? I should be fine. 13?
You feel a very slight gust of wind from the right push you slightly towards the edge, but you manage to hold your ground.
I'm doing my own thing. This is... I look over. Does it look like me?
It does look like you.
I said, go away!
It travels straight down through the ground.
Very funny.
Hero sees as it still has the face of Kaio moving to where Kaio was and spinning around.
Rat likes this thing.
I mean, it's very entertaining. It's a ghost after my own heart.
Rat, speaking of, it's your turn.
How is Friend looking?
Half.
Is Friend at an acceptable point to take a fireball?
Of note,
The answer is
all
no.
of the creatures in the area are wet currently.
Mhm.
So Fireball, while still good AoE, would be less effective.
Isn't that only if you're submerged in water?
Not for me.
That's fair.
I'm using.
Yeah.
I take a lot of inspiration from Divinity for that sort of set of things.
Okay.
The big thing for me is if I think it's worth getting rid of all of the turns of them, because like even
Do it.
on okay, Rat is going to point.
What is
the
the damage roll of it?
It's 8d6.
Hold
Half
on,
on
let me...
half
Which
on
would
16.
be half of 8d6. Because you
So
would be
quarter if
resistant
you
right
succeed.
now.
Okay, it literally can't kill me even if it max rolls. So just do it.
Yeah, but the question is can it kill you if also the explosive guy explodes in your back because it dies? But we're gonna fuck it weeball here. There is a shape of circle I can make to hit all of the frogs.
On the left,
Except for
you
this one,
can
right?
use the drawing tools and attempt to draw it.
Can't you just drop the template of the spell?
I don't have. It's not attached to the
It doesn't
not
actually
attached
have Fireball on it.
Drawing
Measurement
tools,
controls, circle
draw
template,
ellipse.
like that.
Okay. So
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Was
Yeah.
mine correct? Oh wow, mine was
yes,
correct.
you
just
literally
off the
made a
bat.
perfect circle for it.
Yippee! Roll it, buddy.
That's the fireball. So it's 8d6.
First, let's see what the roll is. So that would
33.
mean half is
8.
16.
Half is 8. 8 is minimum, which means even the ones that succeed
Alright,
it would still die.
So both of the green boys detonate because that is over their total HP, even if they succeed on the throw and they do not have evasion. The one on friend detonates for its incomplete damage, and the one on next to hero A detonates for its completely unprepared damage. Hero A takes
Hero
3.
away.
Yeah, sorry, hear you. And that's a pretty nasty roll for friend, actually. That's an 11.
Oh Jesus.
Bro, what
So-
the hell?
Friend has to roll that
That's
dex
better
save.
than it rolling twice as much as that if it actually succeeded on its detonation.
That counts as an attack roll, right?
Nope. It is a saving throw.
No, the
Oh no.
the
frog.
exploding frog.
It's kind of just an
Not an attack
effect.
Okay. 11 damage is fine, honestly.
What would you want to use on it? Parry counter thing?
No, Cloud Rune.
Can you click on it for me?
Yeah, it wouldn't work on that.
Yeah, I'd say not. I can't
Yeah.
really see the aesthetic of it working.
Well, even if it's the aesthetic, it just mechanically it doesn't work either.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Was
game
the
also isn't
explosion
really
damage-
built around the idea of
That was
That-
acid from the frog. You have to still make your
Yep.
dex save.
Dex save
for
versus fireball.
Which would be
Oh,
16 on a success, on a fail, or 8 on a success. And this is Dex.
And you're good.
This is Dex, right?
You take 8
Yep.
fire.
Dexterity saving throw.
So I took how much from the frog?
11. You took
11.
a total of 19 damage.
Okay.
I think overall probably worth.
Still standing.
And then is that's 5. I need one more. Alright. So this one is there. Okay. 1. The one that succeeds actually was already wounded, so it's there as well. I should be marking these as dead instead.
Did the skull get hit by that?
The big
Wisp?
one you meant? Oh,
No, the wisp.
the wisp? Yes,
It's
it
in the
did.
AoE,
Give me a
but
moment.
probably fine.
It succeeds on its dex save and takes no damage.
Rat wipes his brow in relief that the wisp doesn't die.
This one succeeds and takes quarter damage because of the situational elements.
I love quarter damage still being 8.
Mm-hmm. This one is an Exploder of the Storm. This one is an Exploder of the Storm. This one is a quarter damager. And last but not least, the big and important one.
If he's prone,
does
doesn't he
prone?
auto-fail?
Disadvantage on dex saves.
Prone
Disadvantage.
is disadvantage. Okay.
Hold on. Before I talk
roll it
on my
and
ass.
We'll use the first one if it's. You speaking out of your ass?
I was speaking out of my ass. My bad.
Okay. The first one is an 18, which is good enough for the quarter damage, which is 8.
Dude, how does prone not give any influence on dex saves? That's insane.
I think that's because it kind of is trying to do the advantage on melee attacks and disadvantage on ranged attacks, is I think what it emulates more of.
I guess.
Because, like, I guess realistically, think about it. Like, if you're prone intentionally, that is kind of better if a grenade goes off nearby, right? Even if you can't move out of the way, it still has less area coverage, but regardless. Yeah, also too glad you teleported up there. What else does Rat do for his turn now that the frogs
One
are
half bullet.
associated?
Now 1 bullet is in the chamber.
Very good.
For his bonus action, and that's it.
Alright. Here away. There are 4 frogs remaining.
Yep. So first things first is Hiroi is going to target the frog that is next to him with a Fey gift, granting friend advantage on the attack roll, and it's a gift of hospitality, giving the 2 characters d6 plus 3 HP, a THP.
Yes. Rat did.
Okay.
And for his action,
Ooh, actually, no, Rat can't because that's kind of at ground level, and that's a small
That's why I
fight.
asked.
No, Rat would not. Sorry, you're right. You had good intuition.
for his action, he is going to drop a Wither and Bloom. Oh, come on. Yeah. Right here.
Okay.
As his as he incants a phrase, bloom, black tendrils.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Yep. So,
Does the
rolling-
amount of
hold on. So, God damn it, why is it rolling 3d6? No, it's 2d6.
Oh,
Oh shit.
holy base.
does it matter what, like, how much damage they do? Like, if it kills them either way, does it matter how much damage they do? It does.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, the second part of the fact, is that independent of it?
Well, that one creature in the area of his choice is probably going to be himself.
Yes, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, and that's not dependent on the amount of damage.
Yeah,
it
so I
actually is. Okay.
roll a d6 plus 4 for my self-healing.
Based? Max rolling.
Triple
Yep.
3, triple 6.
That would be an 18 if you were rolling stats.
I will
You
mark
gotta
down that
find-
I spent a hit die somewhere else, because I can't mark it down on my sheet.
Hey, Rat, remind me to roll like that when it's time to roll up characters.
True.
Okay. Let me get rid of the template.
Or character, because I'm the
How
only
much
one.
how much damage do I take from the acid that's currently on me?
That would still be the same 1d6, I think it was.
Would have been 1d8 because I
Yeah, it's
Okay.
1d6.
1d6 plus 2 then?
No,
Then how did I take 8 previously? Or
because it
before
was
I did
8,
that?
now it's 6, then it's 4.
Okay.
Oh, it's a decaying.
Okay. Okay.
Well, roll your fourth 6 in a row. Go for it.
Oh, alright.
You just had to say
Don't test me.
You just had
Don't
to
test
say
me.
it.
Luckily, that isn't real damage.
Wow.
Incredible!
Dies.
Times of cringe.
It, in a panic, attempts to eat Friend. Does Friend have advantage on strength saving throws as a result of giant strength?
I'm pretty sure.
He does.
Go ahead and make a strength saving throw with advantage.
Damn.
Glad you had that advantage. I would say that this fight is good enough to be trivially resolved.
Oh.
Friend.
Let us kill the Frog King.
Wait, that's what I'm going for,
Okay.
friends. Like it reaches out, it shoots its tongue at you. You are killing it on your next turn. What do you do as its tongue rushes to your side and you're able to grab its tongue out of the air?
Friend would probably want to try and kill it as humanely as possible, despite its the damage it's done.
So what does that just mean? Crushing it over the head?
When you put it like that. If I knew frog biology better, I could give you a better answer. But
Yeah, but would Friend know frog biology better?
Probably not one of the creatures that Mithril went over super extensively. He's probably like, there
No.
are frogs. Here are why frogs are cool.
Let's just say that like he hits it like in the back of the head somewhere that kind of like severs like the brain from like the spinal cord or something like that and leads to a quick and mostly painless death.
Yep. The
Smile.
frog misses its attack, and Hiroi gets to kill the last tiny frog.
Hero is going to spend his next action cleaning the acid off.
Okay.
As you should.
He uses prestidigitation, and then Friend gets to kill the last blue frog.
Or Kyle gets to kill the last blue frog since his
Or
turn
Kyle.
before.
Or Rat.
Yeah, sure, yeah. More food for the abyssal
I guess
fish.
Rat technically gets the choice first. If he wants to shoot and potentially get a 1 to...
Rat closes his eyes and shoots at disadvantage. I don't know. No, he's
I mean, Kyle would have the first opportunity though.
Oh yeah, I guess Kyle would. Yeah, no, you're right. Whoops.
Like shooting frogs in a barrel.
Sorry.
Wow.
Rat is even any of those situations, Rat's not gonna shoot nothing.
Gotcha. Kaio,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to kill the last blue frog?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I would be casting Chill Touch, and I would be, feeding it to the abyssal fish. The
The
abyssal
frog gets
spore.
eaten. The frog gets eaten by little fish.
The abyssal form. Yes. And I just kind of peek over the collapsed floor leading down into the pond below.
The wisp looks up at you and has the face of the big frog.
I roll my eyes and I make a very rude gesture.
Rat kind of chortles and gives it a big thumbs up.
I'm on the other side then. I don't know
We'll
how
be
the
up
rest
short.
of you are going to get here. It's quite a gap.
Rat kind of hangs down off the edge with one hand holding himself up and kind of reaches his other hand towards Friend to get him to catch him.
We have tools. We can get up.
Okay.
I'd like to just try and jump up first since I have increased height.
It's
Well,
like
it's like
30.
Might that
It is
crumble the
not
floor?
enough.
Anyway,
Yeah. If you're gonna be doing some reckless things, I'm stepping back.
Also,
No,
Curious-
no.
you are still able to just go through the previous path that you took to get upstairs.
Okay.
Hero heals himself to full.
That's pretty
Wow.
stylish. Another set of 6s for him.
Mhm.
Damn. I do probably need to heal myself a little bit. I don't have that good healing though.
Right.
Hmm.
Rat jumps off onto Friend's shoulders right as before
Ooh,
he shrinks,
down?
and then he shrinks down. Yeah, because he's lazy. He just wants to go onto Friend.
Okay,
It's like-
even though Rat has a good enough intuition to figure out that is far enough for damage.
Oh, come on. Okay, fine.
Even if it's before I shrink?
Yeah. You're still
It's
only
like-
10 by 10. That's still like 2 sets of damage. That's still
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be
2d6.
like
2d6.
2d6.
20 feet.
I'd be
yeah.
willing to say that it could become halved if you try to catch him.
Nah.
Actually,
Whatever.
probably quartered if you're catching because of the differential, but he still probably wouldn't do it.
He climbs back up the ledge after determining that would be too far. And is now, similarly to how when he was on the stairs, kicking his legs off of the ledges. He's waiting for them to come back.
I guess Friend takes the stairs.
Same. I will lead you by the hand back up to the level.
And so this is the situation of things.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Kaio, separated
Yeah.
from the rest of the group, and hearing a bit of more of a ruckus below as moving and shifting happens. What that is remains to be seen for next time. Are there any other actions the party takes immediately to attempt to change the current situation, or is this the status quo moving into the next session?
I just move into a corner so that I don't fall again if they destroy more of the platform.
Can I... Is this pillar like something I could jump to?
That is
down in the previous
that is
room.
in the bottom area, and it's supporting somewhere up here.
Okay.
However, per your previous jump, you could jump from one side to the other here. However, it is not looking very well supported over there, and it could break.
What about the pillar that's like down here?
That is still
that is
just
through
a
a
pillar.
wall. That is a pillar that is through a wall. That is supported to the top of that pillar touches ground.
Let's just say if there was a pillar supporting this stretch of floor, it probably wouldn't have collapsed.
Yes, that is a good way to put it. This is in between the 4 pillars, which is why it fell apart. In addition to
Whoa.
other, rumblings around. But
Not being chilling.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit tight.
it sounds like this is the state of affairs. And with that, the party finds themselves somewhat separated, with Kaio being on one side and the rest of them on the other, with a rather significant wrench thrown in their plans and a variety of options for them once they figure out what to do. But that is for probably not next week, maybe not even the week after that. We will see. Things will be a bit tumultuous for a short period of time, but when we return, it will be sure to be exciting.
Indeed. I'm covered in death flags, y'all.
Yep.
Don't agree!
Yeah.
No!
I mean, you ended up on the opposite side of the thing.
Go on, go without me. I'll find my way over.
You
talked
find me
about
as, like,
potentially wanting to
stories.
use some of your spells. Are you going to? Are you gonna
At some point.
heal up?
Oh, you know, it feels like such a waste to cast Healing Word at 3rd level. What would that be, 64 healing though? It might be worth it.
Damn, bro doesn't even have cure wounds.
Of course not. What?
Not prepared.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do with that. Oh well.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do Healing Word at 3rd level. It's such a waste. But what else am I
level.
gonna cast?
Holy shit.
I gotta heal myself. 2nd level. Fine.
Yeah, bro was hurting.
I'm not feeling good, y'all.
Oh yeah, how low are you?
19?
Oh, well, I'm glad you're doing better.
12. That's not great, but you know.
That's
it's
almost
fine.
enough to max.
It's
How was
31.
Friends doing?
11.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's like a quarter of your max HP.
I'm
That's
so
better
sorry.
than that. It's a sixth
One-
of his max HP,
one
exactly.
sixth. I do have 6 THP though.
Oh,
How'd
you
that
have Second
happen?
Wind as well, so.
Here, what Rat does
I
is
gave
Rat,
him THP.
Rat crawls over to him and, using the power of his ability to repair things and a slew of magical and non-magical healing poultices that he has, cure wounds.
Superb.
Yippee. Ooh, that's a pretty set of dice.
Yeah.
That is rather nice.
Apply healing.
Rather dice.
Wow.
As the final act of the session, I would like an individual to make a loot roll. It is a full loot roll. You do not need to increment the counter.
I would like to.
One trade good rule.
One trade.
What?
What? You all gotta let Hero A roll more often.
Fantastic.
No. This is the only,
Gambling.
this is why we only let Hero A roll a little bit, because we'll like get rid of the luck if we fucking 15 gold. Alright, so is the experience gained when we gain it or when we sell it?
We
When
have
we
to
sell
sell
it.
it and then we get, yeah. So we could actually get more if I roll well.
The only thing that prevents you from getting value when you sell it is when you buy trade goods, that
You
gets
can't resell them for
deducted
experience.
from it, so that when you resell it, it doesn't count for it.
I mean, if we do really good trade routes with premium goods only and like buy low and
I'm
sell
saying
high,
it-
we could
it
farm
deducts
experience
from
like that.
Right.
Holy based.
It deducts that. Not like the value of it, but those goods. So if you grab like 4 premium goods, the next 4 premium goods you sell
Okay.
don't contribute.
So profit margins do not grant
Regardless
experience.
regardless of if those were 4 that you got from like adventuring or not.
Mhm.
Because it is about returning things to society.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I have a very relevant gift to post.
Let's go gambling. Let's get a really loud GIF in here to close it all up.
Not a loud GIF.
Loud GIF?
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
Honestly,
And
we
with
need
that-
the I can't stop winning! I can't stop winning!
I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning.